Hey everyone, I wanted to connect with you this evening just to talk about our storm response, the ongoing power outages, and our remaining weather risk as we go into the evening. Hopefully, most of you are sitting in power right now, where there's a large portion of our community that is sitting in the dark and still waiting for the utility lines to be repaired that were damaged with the storm that came through about 5:15 this evening. When that storm came through, we began to receive calls related to downed trees, power lines, and also crashes on the interstate. So, overall, 8 down trees we responded to. There's, of course, a lot more that are down in on private property. Those 8 different trees were down on roadways that required our response. And for the most part, we got those out of the road very quickly. To all the citizens that helped us cut up those trees and get them out of the road, thank you very much for your help with that. It really helped us from having to call in more city resources to get those trees out of the road. But that's the good stories that come out of these events that we have in our community. We also responded to 4 downed utility lines, power lines that were down in the area. There was one injury crash on Interstate 40 related to all the heavy ponding of water and hydroplane crash. And then on Bender's Ferry, a tree fell and then a car ran into that tree. Thankfully, no serious injuries throughout. We also did not have any serious structure damage within the community. But the big story tonight is the power outage, and a large portion of the north end of town does have power outages. So if you look at the map on your screen, that area is served by NES and also served by Middle Tennessee Electric. So both utility companies have power outages in the area along Lebanon Road near the county line. So basically, if you're heading down Lebanon Road west, and once you pass South Green Hill, it goes dark until you reach the county line. And then there's also some outages on Beckwith Road related with Middle Tennessee Electric service. So we have reached out to both utility companies, and they have assured us that they are responding to repair these outages. They're even calling in extra crews to come out to assist as well to hopefully restore power back to different neighborhoods that are without power right now. So uh, what they told us is the majority of the outages are related to trees that have fell on the utility lines, but they also have a few utility poles that have broke in the area, but that's very few. The main issue is where the trees have fallen on the utility lines in the area. Um, and so hopefully we will get power soon. If you are in an area without power, please know that our police department is actively patrolling that area. We've even called in some extra officers to ensure there is a strong, heavy police presence all throughout the outage area along Lebanon Road and the different neighborhoods, also Beckwith Road area. We want to ensure that there is no opportunity for anyone to come to those areas that do not have power to commit crimes. So there are plenty of officers out there right now patrolling. You'll probably see a lot of them out and about, and that's simply we just want to be uh, do what we can to prevent any crime in that area and keep it protected. But that's it. Thankfully, uh, the severe wind threat we believe is over for the night from what we're getting from the National Weather Service for our area, but it continues to rain very heavy. So we could have issues related to flash flooding throughout the night. If we have any impacts in our community, we will certainly let you know and keep you informed if we begin to have those issues. But if you have any questions, type those in the comments. I'm here. I can be interactive. So if you type it in the comments, whether on the Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, type those in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. So Brant here is power expected to be back on by morning. So Brant, from what we received from the NES and Middle Tennessee Electric, is they are working as hard as they can right now. Just by the words they were using, I would expect it to be back on by the morning. I hope it is. But they have extra crews coming in to repair that. They've even have crews coming in to help clean up all the trees that have fallen on the line so then they can properly repair the line. So hopefully we'll see some relief and power back on soon. Uh, Nabin here has a question. What about Nashville? Unfortunately, Nabin, I don't have any clue what Nashville has going on. We invest our time in the city of Mount Juliet, and that's what we're focused on right now. Jen here with an estimated time frame for Hickory Hills electricity. So we asked them for estimated times, and they could not provide that. They have crews actively working right now in different areas throughout our community, and they have also called in additional crews to respond to our community to get power restored. So they were very responsive to our questions, reached out to our city manager and reached out to Justin Beasley, our city public information officer, who reached out to all of our contacts at NES and Middle Tennessee Electric. They've assured us that they are responding to our area to make repairs, and we're going to do everything we can as a city, as a police department, to help them and get power back restored. Unfortunately, we do rely on them to get it restored, but we're confident they'll get that up and going fairly, at least throughout the night, hopefully by morning, from the words they were using. But a lot of area across Middle Tennessee has been affected by the storm that moved through. So they have a lot of areas to respond to, not just our area in Mount Juliet. Michael has the question. He's late to the show, and was it just high winds in Mount Juliet that caused the power outages? So, Michael, we believe it was just the straight line winds that came through our community that caused the power outages. The only damages that we had were related to trees that were falling or utility lines that were falling. Unfortunately, there was a home off of Nonover Road that had a tree barely clip it, just causing cosmetic damage. We do know some other residents had trees fall on their vehicles. And we had trees fall in the path of cars, and the car ran into the tree. Thankfully, there's no serious injuries related to this storm. We hope it stays that way. We still have that threat into the evening of a flood threat. So if there is water covering a roadway, don't take the chance. Don't drive across a flooded road. It's certainly dangerous. And if you do drive across a flooded road and become stuck, then emergency responders have to come out and do whatever we can to save your life and get you out of that flood. And that just puts everyone at risk. So, like always, when we have the flooding issues happening in a community, it's that adage of turn around, don't drown. And we just want to ensure that we get that out. If there is any flooded roads, we're going to let you know through our MJ alert system. But also, if you come across a flooded road, just turn around and don't drown. Checking the comments here just to see if there's any other questions. But yeah, we believe it was just straight line winds that came through, thankfully, uh, which was great. Tracy has a question about our sirens. Do they have backup batteries in them? So, Tracy, the city doesn't manage the severe weather warning sirens. Those are managed by Wilson County Emergency Management Agency. So I don't know the answer to that question. I think most outdoor weather warning sirens do have battery backup in their design, but they would need to confirm that. But that is a common practice for those systems. So Doug just has the question here: how much of NES outage covers Mount Juliet? Can't really read their map. Yeah, I'm sure it's small on your screen. So Doug, the NES section of Mount Juliet is the far western border of our city limits. So you have Lebanon Road, the Hickory Hills area is on NES, and down towards Chandler Point area off Old Lebanon Dirt Road is on NES as well. But the outage section of those NES customers is on the north side of their coverage area. So Lebanon Road, Hickory Hills, that area is without power. And just want to let everyone know we have plenty of police officers out there right now, heavily patrolling those areas that do have the outages. We know it's dark, and that's why we want to ensure we have a heavy police presence just to deter anyone who thinks they're going to come to our community and commit crime. They are not going to be successful just with the amount of officers we have out in that area right now driving around and patrolling. Checking the questions. Again, we've had severe weather for the past couple of days, and I'm sure all of you are tired of it. I know me personally, I would like to see some sunshine and get some rest and just enjoy the day without having to deal with work stuff. But this is what we signed up for, is to serve our community as best as we can, and all of our officers are out serving, including our emergency communications teams, everyone across the city is here just serving, monitoring the situation. And if there's anything we need to do in response to it, we're going to be here. We're going to be there quickly and hopefully mitigate whatever is occurring. So we live in a great community with a lot of strong community support. Our community looks after each other, which is super helpful in moments like these as well. And we're in this together, and we're going to get through it. So I think tomorrow weather is supposed to be much better and into the week, and hopefully we'll get a break out of this severe thunderstorm season for a bit. It just seems very common lately. And Lisa says she's off Burton Road, has no power, maybe county and not city. That's possible, Lisa, out that way. But again, there's a lot of outages across our county. Straight line winds came through. A lot of the trees hit utility lines and brought them down. And some power poles are broke, and it's sporadic. It's spread out all across the area. And that's what's making it a little bit harder is Middle Tennessee and NES are having to respond all to those different areas where the outages are to get the repairs made. If you're in a situation where you are dependent on any type of medical device that needs power and there is a concern that that medical device may shut down or not be capable of running any longer if there's no power source, if the battery source dies with that, please reach out to us and we can make connections with our EMS and other providers to ensure that you are taken care of. So just give us a call at our non-emergency line and we'll certainly help you with that. Just know if you're using generators, make sure that generator is away from the home and not exhausting into the home. That could lead to issues with displacing the oxygen in your home and causing further medical emergencies. So ensure that exhaust is exhausting out to the outside air, not into your home. Sometimes you see that in prolonged power outages. And of course, if you're lighting any candles, ensure that there's nothing nearby that candle that could catch fire and cause a larger fire inside your house. But if there's anything you need as we get through this, please just reach out and give us a call at our non-emergency line. We are here for you, and we're going to find a way to help you if we can't do it ourselves. But appreciate the support. Appreciate everyone joining us this evening, and just continue to follow our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and our YouTube. And should we have any further updates, we'll push those out. Any major update will be pushed out on our MJ alert system. So folks, have a good night. Be safe. Again, just reach out if you need anything. Take care.